Well, man, I started playing sports, from an early age like most kids do. And I love sports just because, there's nothing better than the feeling of going out on the field on Friday night and, just being the one everybody's looking out to, really. All eyes are on you. You have all your best friends that you pretty much grow up with, playing with you. I guess I did it for the rush. There's a huge rush in playing sports. You play Hoover on Friday night, football game, 20, 15,000 people there. You start getting butterflies, you start getting a little nervous. As soon as you walk out in the field and you see like everybody out there, it just kind of like all turns into just straight energy. All that nervous energy just comes out, and then I just kind of go blank. You don't really think about anything from that point on. You're just kind of playing the game. Yeah, man, I couldn't ask for any better parents than what God gave me. My mother never drank around me, or dad never drank around me. God put me in a place with a good family that gave me everything I could have ever wanted, all the support I could have ever needed. I was put in a school where I was surrounded by people that I could have been successful with, done well with sports. I had good grades in school. I was on the right track, what seemed like the right track, to do everything that you would want to do in life and everything that your parents would ever want from their kid. But I ended up becoming a heroin addict. So. I had an injury in a football practice and had torn my rotator cuff, labrum, and capsule. So pretty much everything was torn in my shoulder, had surgery. I was a pitcher in baseball, so I was trying to come back and pitch and play college baseball. See, I was prescribed pain medicine for my shoulder surgery, so I didn't really have to go out and go to a drug dealer or try to steal them from a medicine cabinet or anything like that. I was actually prescribed to them, so I didn't think I had an issue. There was nothing going wrong. I was given to these by a doctor. This is what I was supposed to do. Went from Lortab to oxycodone. So when I was taken off of it, I felt really bad. I just felt like low and depressed. Like I've never felt that way before. I had no idea what was going on with me at all. I was just confused. Didn't know it had anything to do with the pain medicine or anything like that. I ended up actually, finding some elsewhere and realized that fixed my problem. So I just kept buying those off the street wherever I could from people I knew. And that's when it started getting bad. That's where my problem escalated. Eventually, you can't find pain pills every time you need them once you start needing them every day. There's going to be a point where that comes to. And the first few times, there would be people that would offer me heroin. They said, well, I can't get pain pills, but I can get heroin. So once I finally got to the point where I was like, couldn't stand, I was withdrawn, I couldn't stand anymore, so I went and got heroin. When I did it for the first time, I was like, wow, that was good. I can save some money doing this. I'm still gonna stick with pain pills because I don't want to be addicted. I don't want to be a junkie. So when you start getting heroin, it became to a point where it was like every 2 to 4 hours you had to ingest heroin in some way. Yeah, my mom and my dad, it's kind of sad. It's like I was already off the train tracks at this point. I was so far gone. I had lost every moral teaching they had ever taught me. I had lost any faith that I had in anything. I felt completely hopeless. So once everything came out and it came to a point where I had no choice, they already knew. I didn't tell them myself. I knew I needed rehab. I knew it the whole time, and I finally got the opportunity to go. Been doing good ever since. Went to a sober living house, stayed out of my hometown for a while. I was lucky enough to have a girlfriend that stood by me the whole time and family that stood by me the whole time. So I was actually very lucky. You can't alter what a kid's gonna do. You can't make their choices for them. And they're right, you can't make a kid's choices for them. But you can give a kid every chance possible to succeed and make the right choice. I've heard plenty of stories of people end up just like I did from an injury from sports, you know, athletes, good guys, whatever you want to call it. But they ended up addicted to pain medicine. Yeah, I mean, living a sober life is absolutely possible. I remember a day I never thought I would ever draw a sober breath again. I thought it would be absolutely impossible. But here I am today, you know, sober over a year and a half. I mean, you have to do everything you can and educate yourself and educate your kids and your teens to make the right decision, because they're gonna be faced with it. This day and age is getting worse and worse. I mean, heroin is absolutely everywhere. Do I think it's possible to help to stop a kid down every path that he's on? Maybe not. But if we saved just one kid's life, then that's absolutely worth it.